Brights on her hair, and everyone that has worked with me before knows that I'm obsessed with Urban Shock, and my hair is always a pink or purple or blue or something. And once the Brights came out, I have to admit I was so thrilled, because it just was able to expand my creativity and my color palette, being able to use the Brights alongside Color Craze, or you can even do it together. Now, if you can refer to the sheet, most everything I'm going to say is pretty much on here, but so I know a lot of questions will be asked comparing the Color Craze and the Brights, which a really big difference is the tubing that it comes in. It actually comes in a 3-ounce tube, not a little bottle like the other one does, if you know what the other one looks like. These swatches come in a ring like this, and it will give you the 3 different options. Of course, you can do tons more different variations, but the main 3 of the different colors, where if you do the color completely pure, straight from the tube, not diluting it with any clear whatsoever, if you were to take the aqua, then it comes out, pure, really strong pigment. If you go with it to the medium color, which actually makes the color just more brighter and super bright, hence the Urban Shock Brights, it would be 1 part color to 10 parts clear. And then if you want to get into the more of the pastel colors, then you go 1 part color to 20 parts clear, and then that's when you'll get more of a pastel color rather than the whole really strong pop of color. This actually comes also in the kit, which is a little cheat sheet for combination colors for Color Craze and the Brights. So that way, if you want to create custom colors from the 2 together, then that kind of gives you a little tip on how to do that. But like I said, all the colors that are on here, you go from full strength down to medium, down to your pastels, and it's all at the hairdresser's fingertips. It lets them be creative to however they want to be. I feel like once the Brights came out, it allowed the Urban Shock palette to just grow so much bigger, because with these colors that are now so popular, which you see them left and right everywhere. One thing that the Brights really I'm impressed with is how long it lasts, which you compare to some other direct dyes that may last forever, but they don't come out of the hair. But this is great because it lasts triple the time that Color Craze did, but it'll come out immediately just as easy as Color Craze has. So that way you can jump from pink to red to purple to blue without damaging the hair, which is pretty much how my hair is not falling off my hair yet. So all of it, of course, it has our PBX in it, which is our patented protective barrier complex. It has 100% PPD, gluten, ammonia, PABA, and peroxide free. Now that's really important these days, so I know a lot of people want to know that for sure if it is. And I'm obsessed with these. I love them. So when I was doing her hair and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I'm a big Disney fan, and I don't know if any of you guys ever go to Disney or if you see what the castle looks like during Christmas time, but it changes colors. And I was there one night and I saw it turn from like a really bright pink to a purple, like silver, and it just looked so pretty, so I took a picture of it. And that's pretty much what I bought with her hair after. And had so much fun doing it, and then it's just crazy because I took pictures of them next to each other, and it really does reflect what you're envisioning. So I feel like these are really easy for any hairdresser to be able to, if they have any ideas of what they want to do, if they want to have, because I know now just the techniques that are out right now, such as balayaging and even ombre, who says it has to be blonde and caramel? You can pretty much do any color you want, but using those techniques. And with these colors, it allows you to be able to do all of that. And just like with our Color Craze, you can use this with blonde, it will not bleed. I did make a little note at the very bottom that, because this is also another question that I'm sure will be asked a lot by salons, is if you do not want the color to bleed, just make sure that whatever color they're doing is equal parts clear as the color itself. And then that way, once you rinse with your cool water, you won't have 20 colors blending together and mixing, and you have to try and separate them. Now, just like with our Color Craze, also you can use the color to enhance regular underlying tones if you don't want to pre-lay in the hair. So if you had someone that was a natural brown and they just wanted a hint of berry through it, you could actually use the magenta, put it through their hair, and it would give them a really nice pretty color glaze, but had a hint of raspberry to it. Now, of course, if someone is wanting the color that is directly these, then you have to pre-lay in, yes. And always recommending to pre-lay into the lightest level that you can get. And depending on the underlying tone will also depend on the color, the way that it comes out. Sometimes you can't always get the hair to get to that highest level of lift, maybe not the first time. So if someone's really, really wanting, let's say, the really, really brightest pink that there is, if you have someone's hair that maybe you can't really get past a level 8, you can still use it, but you have to just remember that the underlying tone of that gold is going to show through to the pink. So just keep in mind of that. I mean, it's just, they still are beautiful, but just make sure that it's either a really bright, bright blonde, or you can use it as a color glaze. So these are gels, and that is 3 ounces in the tube. So now if you're going to mix a pastel color, this is a bowl. Whenever you're going to mix the lighter colors, when it says 1 part, that's 1 part. And always start truly, literally with like that amount. Because if you use more than that, it's so highly concentrated, so pigmented that it's going to come out a lot darker than what you're expecting. So when you go pastel, you think of Mr. Light, pretty light, very beige.
So 1 part is like 1/10 of an ounce.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, technically, as long as you're doing 1 ounce to 10 ounces, 1 drop to 10 drops,
Okay.
that's just the ratio that you're going to keep it at. So, but whenever I personally am mixing the pastels, I like to do it this way because I feel like you end up mixing so much more color, you don't need to use all of it. But besides the fact that if you end up doing too much of the color and not enough clear, you will just be using so much clear to even get it to a pastel that it's just, you have to start over. So I usually will use them like drops as the parts. So just do 1 drop to 10 drops to 20 drops, you know, and then just mix it all together. But yeah, and there's no development.
You're thinking in terms of ounces, like 1 ounce.
Right, because when I first was working with it and I would see, you know, it's 1 to 20, and I'm like, 20, that's so much hair color. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, oh. But these colors, because they're a gel consistency, they actually spread really nicely and they surround the hair shaft really, really nicely because we're PBX, so you don't really need as much as you think you do. So it just, a little goes a long way. But what I'm really excited about doing is a lot of the pictures, of course, Pinterest, people bring in and they're always pictures that probably aren't even real, but that's fine. Of course, I create it for them anyway. But a lot of the times with the color craze already, there are certain tones that I found that I couldn't always quite get with the color craze, but now with the brights, it's going to allow me to be able to get that. Whereas like on color craze, the red is more, it's straight from the tube, it's more of like a raspberry kind of red, like a pink undertone. Whereas with the red here is more of a cherry red, which is a red that is very popular when you are using these colors. And with color craze, it was just a little bit hard to get that really bright, bright cherry, bright pop color. Whereas now, you have that. Same thing with adding the greens, which is the aqua and the mint. It was always really hard to be able to get that perfect tone of blend in between a green with a hint of blue without it being green. People don't want the actual, that ugly green color that everyone's, oh my god, green. This is beautiful. So, and then also just like with our charcoal, we never were able to have like the silver, which is very popular right now too. So these all, I feel like this is just like a booster which enhances color craze, but then on its own is its own entity because it's so bright and so strong and it lasts so much longer than a lot of other direct dyes do that it just, it's like gold. You can also mix them together to create other shades and really customize. And I feel like this is one of the things that I get so excited about is every single person that ever sits in my chair or ever asks me for a consultation with colors like this, I always like to keep everyone customized, and everyone has their own look, everyone has their own skin tone, everyone is different. So I like for every single person to have their own feel and their own look and not feel that they have the same hair as 5 other people that wear it. So, and I feel like with these colors, that's what it does. It allows you to be able to just expand already all of the creativity that our hairdressers and salons have been doing, this just makes it that much more fun and easier to create beautiful colors. I found that whenever I used to use it, whenever I would want to create my own custom color, you couldn't really do that. So even though they had,
So really, you had to use what they offered.
right, so like if you wanted a specific blue,
Yeah.
that was the only blue that you could grab, and that's just what they had. And if you were like mixing a whole bunch of stuff together, trying to hope to get something else, it just didn't work. Joyco has came up a little bit after Urbana as far as their direct dyes do. I have played with it because I wanted to see what was the difference, and I noticed that with Joyco color, that color fades really, 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 really quick. Like, you know, clients say that that's what they've used. They wash their hair 3 times and it's already gone. The consistency of that color also is a little bit more runny than other of the direct dyes, whereas this is a gel, so it's a little bit sturdier, but it's also really creamy and smooth, so that way it goes further. That makes sense. So I just feel like you put this up against anything, and this is always good.